I just made a video, but I have more to say about this phone. This phone. In a couple videos ago, entitled Freedom, ! I was talking about Rogers and how they suck and how my phone was on roaming and it was also on 3G. I don't know if I mentioned that in the video, but the phone was on 3G and I didn't know why. Rogers is shutting down their 3G towers, and Freedom Mobile, which is the carrier I'm on now, uses Rogers towers as like a partnership. So if you're in Freedom Mobile, you have access to the Rogers towers. And the Rogers towers are what's in this area, and that's what I'm using to connect to the cellular service. And so if they get rid of the 3G towers in Rogers, they're actually getting rid of the 3G towers for Freedom, because it's the same thing. This is a problem for me because this phone was running only 3G. This is the most up-to-date technology that this thing could run. And I had no idea why, because it was sold as a 4G product. Because it was very strange. It was like, I called Freedom Mobile, and it was like, yo, I'm on 3G. I don't know why. Could it be something that you need to enable on your end? Because it's sometimes the case with voice over LTE. And it wasn't. It wasn't their end. It was my end. And so what I did was I took the Emma software. Emma is a software, I think, probably made by Sony, the makers of this phone, that allows you to flash the stock firmware back onto this thing. And so I did that, and I booted it up into that stock firmware, and what do you know, it's on 4G+. And so it was my firmware, it was Lineage OS that was causing me problems. And I don't know why. And I still don't know why to this day, but what I did was I reflashed the operating system that I had on before, my custom operating system, and I went through the steps that I made for myself. I wrote out a document explaining how I did it last time so I know how to redo it. I restored my backup, which I made an hour prior, because I was going into flashing the stock firmware, and everything worked fine. I booted it up, and I had 4G on my Lineage OS, and that was super cool. I'm really happy with it. So, I don't know if I necessarily needed to switch from Rogers, because it's all just Rogers under the hood, which is kind of disappointing. But I do believe Rogers said that they were discontinuing support for Sony products, like the Sony Xperia, because it's just too old, because it's 2017. Come on, guys, like 2017, that's not even an old phone. I mean, for smartphones, I guess it's old, but that shouldn't be the case. It should never be the case that that is a thing. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you for watching. I know this isn't a very interesting video, but that's okay. If you have a Sony Xperia XZ1 compact and you're having problems with 3G and 4G, you might want to reflash your firmware. That's all I have for you today. Okay, goodbye.